Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I originally wanted this video to be a whole get ready with me, but I talked way too much in that video and it was over an hour of me just talking. So I thought I would sit back down with my makeup on that I just completed in that video and just give you guys an update on my life and what's been going on. So this is going to be a very quick video, but I have the opportunity to break it down into other videos if you guys choose to ask for those. So I would be more than happy to, but I'm just going to really quickly give you guys an update on what's been happening in my life and some very exciting news at the end of the video. So I believe my last video I posted was 4 months ago during Valentine's Day weekend or something, and it was a perfume video. And in that time I was super excited to get back into making videos and everything, but I had just started my second semester of student teaching, so I was very busy, you guys. It was very exhausting, definitely one of the hardest years of my life, but also the most rewarding. But I will say I was very stressed out. I felt like I was barely holding on. It was so hard. I had 7 classes at a time, and then if you're not doing homework, you're working for free essentially during student teaching, and it's all day. Like, you're there from 7 to 4 p.m. and you come home, you have to like eat, you have to shower, you know, you have to take care of yourself on top of all of that, and then you have to do homework. So it was just a lot for me. And oh, sorry, my boyfriend is texting me. Yeah, so I woke up really late today, so he's just like, wake up, but I am awake. But yeah, sorry, side note. But yeah, it was just a lot to just like take care of myself and do everything that I had to do. I'm gonna plug in my charger really quick because I think my phone is about to die soon. Ooh. So yeah, this is a very chill video, you guys. I'm not even gonna edit this. This is real life. But yeah, it was just very stressful for me to get everything done and then have the energy to film. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this on a pause and hopefully I can come back during the summer. So I had a really good second semester. If you guys watch my other videos, you know that last time I was in a kindergarten classroom and I love that experience so much. I love my mentor teacher and everything. And then second semester I got put in 6th grade, so I was very scared at first, very apprehensive, because I knew that the kids were gonna have attitude, and it's kind of like they're just throwing you into the deep end, you know, at the end of the school year, where the kids already know their routines. Like, it's very hard for kids to adjust to someone else in the classroom that's giving them orders, kind of, you know, like, because I then become like the person in charge, and it's just hard when the kids don't have that trust with you and like they don't know you, and it's almost the end of the year, like they're crazy, you know, they just want to leave. But all was well. Like, though, that school, I really like that school because the kids are very different at this school specifically. Like, they're very disciplined, super smart kids. Like, they really cared about like learning, and it was just, I felt underprepared, you know, to be their teacher because I felt like I had to relearn the whole 6th grade curriculum. So I feel like they really carried me through my student teaching, and it was so hard because on top of just being there, like, I had to worry about CalTPA cycle 2, which if you're gonna be a teacher, you know, like, I know I have some teacher people on here, you know how hard it is to like manage CalTPA, passing all the tests we need, and then on top of that doing free work, like student teaching. It was so hard. So for my 6th graders, thankfully they're older, and like, I'm really blessed that they were so cooperative with me because I was like straight up and like being 100% honest with them. And I was like, you know what, I'm a student too. These are videos I need for me to be a teacher. Like, you know, I don't want to like stress you guys out or anything, but like, please like help me out here, because I remember the first times I recorded them, there was a few kids that were like really like trying to be funny and like would keep looking at the camera, keep like looking up stuff on their like iPad and stuff. So it was like really hard. But after I had that like serious conversation with them, I was like, you know what, I need this for school. And it was really hard too, because I felt like that mentor teacher that I had, like, she didn't really, like, she really left me on my own, which in a way it's good, but also I felt like I didn't really have that much support when it came to discipline. Like, I was really just thrown there, like, you figure it out. Like, that's really what it felt like to me. So I felt like I really had to discipline them my own way, which is not what they're used to. And if you know, like, teenagers, like, they like to rebel, you know, so it was really hard. but they were very understanding and they really helped me throughout the whole process. Like sometimes I had to refilm stuff, but that's besides the point. I did pass the Cal TPA on the first try, which I was very happy about. And I was really surprised too, just because I feel like I didn't put that much effort into the second one like I did the first one. Like the first one, I was overly picky about it, you guys, and like I literally had my boyfriend look through every single sentence of my Cal TPA for cycle 1, and I did end up passing as well. But for cycle 2, it ended up being over 60 pages, and I did not even like, I did proofread it. Like I read over it once, like fast, and that's it. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna lose sleep over this. I'm just gonna submit it and we're gonna hope for the best. And also I am wearing a shirt. Sorry if you guys can't see it. I do realize right now that it looks like I don't have a shirt, but I do. So yeah, I submitted and I ended up finding out that I did pass. So yay, if you guys want a video on how I pass and any tips or advice for any of those tests that we have to take as future educators, I will be more than happy to do that. And then the next obstacle I had was to pass the RECA. And the RECA, I was very worried about not passing, and I studied very much for about a month. Like I would listen to the audiobook in my car on the way home, I would read the book, I would take notes, I would watch YouTube videos. So a combination of all of that, I feel like, is what helped me pass. So I did end up passing on my first time, and I feel like I could breathe again, you guys. And then student teaching came to an end, and it was just a very bittersweet experience, just because I felt like I wasn't that present in my second semester of student teaching. I feel like I was just on survival mode, but somehow I made it through and I finished the credential program. I graduated. I was able to apply for my preliminary credential, and I did get it, and I printed it out, and now it's sitting in my living room in a frame. So I'm very happy that I'll never have to do any of that again, because that was hard. That was very hard. And thankfully for me, I had a very good support system that was very understanding of my situation, because I feel like for the whole year I had to disappear, you guys. Like it was very hard. Like you lose friends, you just like stop talking to people, and it's not that you do it intentionally, it's just that you literally can't. Like you have no time, and the only people that understand what you're going through are your classmates, like are your block mates, because they are literally in the same situations as you. And some of them like even had it harder than me, because thankfully I didn't have to work, but some people have to work, some people have families on top of this, and it was just very stressful. So we really just like meshed together so well, and we became all really good friends, because we all had to like bond over the same experiences that we were all experiencing at the same time. So I became really close with my blockmates, and like the rest of the world like had to wait, because I just couldn't, like I physically could not, like you know, which is really sad, but it's also like what I had to do to get to where I am right now. So yeah, and like thankfully my family was very supportive of all of that, because honestly I didn't see them a lot this last year. I feel like I was always at the library, always at school, or with my boyfriend. Like making time for my boyfriend too was also another struggle, but he was super understanding the whole time. Like he would help me with my homework. Like he was always a shoulder to cry on when I got stressed. So I'm really thankful for him as well. Like he's just the best. So yeah, I had a very good support system. So if you're going through the credential program, I hope you have that. And if you don't, like reach out to me and I will be here to help you. Any tips, advice, because I know how hard it is. So yeah, I passed everything, and I'm officially a preliminary credentialed teacher. I mean, I have 5 years to make it clear, which is a whole nother process, but I am able to teach in California. So during that like whole student teaching process, I did my interviews, and if you want a video on that, then I could definitely do a video on what that's like, what I brought. Most of them were through Zoom. I only had one in-person interview, and I guess this is where the news comes. Like, will I be a teacher next year? Did I get a job? Did I not get a job? Am I subbing? Like, what is the update? This is like the biggest update, and then I will just like talk about a little bit more what's happening. But yeah, I guess like I wish I had a little drum roll, but the big news is that I will be a kindergarten teacher in the fall. And it's so crazy to say, you guys. If you have any advice for me, let me know. But yes, I got hired to be a kindergarten teacher for the 2023-2020. Wait, hold on. yeah, 2023-2024 school year, and I am ecstatic. I am also terrified. I have all these like books I have to go through for the curriculum, and that's not even half of them. I need to go get more. But I'm just like so over the moon. Like, it's crazy. I'm very nervous. I'm very, very nervous. I'm also very excited, but I'm very nervous to start. I already did go see my classroom. I get my keys on July 19th, so I can't really do anything to the classroom right now, but I really wish I could, because the classroom I ended up picking was a storage room, so there's like nothing in there, and I really have to go in and like redesign the whole thing. So I'm very excited to make more videos about that. But it's just crazy, you guys, like how I ended up getting this job offer. I feel like it was just destiny. I feel like it was just meant to be. And I guess I can go into that a little bit in this video, and then we'll just call it, because I do not want to talk as much as I did in the last video, because I really like went into detail. So I'm trying to make this video a little bit more concise. But yeah, I guess I can get into it. So basically, the way that this happened, I had 4 job offers on the table. I'm very, very thankful, because I know a lot of people are like struggling to find a job right now. But for some reason, I was very extremely lucky and blessed to have 4 different choices. And one of the choices I had to rule out because of the distance. Like, it was just way too far. But I did get offered 2 like positions from that district. It was kindergarten and 4th grade. And I feel like going into this, I had no idea what grade I wanted. Like, people would ask me like, oh, like, what's your preference? I have no idea. Like, I really didn't know, because I did kindergarten and 6th grade. 6th grade, I don't know if I can do that again, you know? I really don't know. I feel like I could, and I love that experience. But I didn't know if I could do that at any other school than the school I was student teaching at, because the school I was student teaching at was a really good school. Like, the kids were different there. Like, they really cared about their like work. They were really studious. That school is actually going to be an IB school next year, so they were like on top of it, you know? So it was very different, and I didn't know if I could do 6th graders in a different like district. So I was like, I don't know if I can do 6th grade. And then kindergarten, I had experience in kindergarten and I loved it, and I was like, I don't know, like, I feel like I might be a kindergarten teacher. I don't know. So when so the way that this all worked out is that it's so crazy, like foreshadowing it back now, because ever since I first set foot on that campus, my boyfriend was like, what if you end up getting a job here? And I was like, nah, like I didn't think anything of it. And now to be looking back at everything that happened is crazy, because I will be teaching at the school where I student taught at last semester. So if you guys are in a position where you're student teaching right now, do your best, you guys. Ask for the principal to come observe you, meet the admin, you know, be nice to everyone. Like, be yourself, but be nice, you know, like really put yourself out there. And you never know if you are gonna have the opportunity to work at that school, which is what happened to me. So it's just like crazy how everything happened. But yeah, so I remember the last day of student teaching, I went into the principal's office and I was like, hey, like, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to let me be a student teacher here. And if I ever make it through the interview process, I really hope that you will consider me. And she's like, oh yeah, just keep us updated, you know? And I was like, okay. And I didn't, just because I'm like, what are the chances, you know? And I knew that they were going to be hiring people for this upcoming school year. I'm like, what are the chances? And she had already told me, like, on a one-on-one conversation, that she didn't want to hire all new people because she didn't want to train that many people. So I was like, okay, like, she probably just is politely telling me like to not get my hopes up for this school. So yeah, that was the end of that. And then I went on, I was subbing, I was applying to other districts, and I was just like really relaxing, because I feel like I really needed it. Like, it was the hardest year of my life, and I've just been sleeping and enjoying it and being with my family and my boyfriend. So after that happened, I get like an email the next week saying that I have a preliminary interview for this district, like the whole entire district, which is already a very hard district to get into because it's very competitive, because it pays the most in the area where I live. So this district pays the most, and it's a really big district, so everyone wants to get in there and not everyone succeeds. So I had already actually seen this district at a job fair that I went to when I was still at my university. And yeah, like I told us that they weren't going to be hiring teachers, and we were kind of like all like bummed out because me and a few other of my classmates really wanted to work at this school district. So we were like, okay, like we didn't think anything of it, but I ended up getting that email, like I was telling you guys, for the preliminary interview. And I was like super excited. Like I was really nervous about this interview. It was over Zoom, so I did it here with my closet as a background. And it's crazy because I ended up finding out like a few days before that interview that one of my classmates was also on that interview at the same time with me, this same exact Zoom meeting. And I was like, oh, that sucks. What a bummer, because I don't want to go up against my classmate, you know? But it was so nice to see a friendly face that day. And we ended up getting separated into different breakout rooms. So I remember she went into breakout room 1, and then someone else went into breakout room 2, and then it was my turn and I got breakout room number 3. And I get into the breakout room, you guys, and it's the principal from the placement where I did my student teaching at. And I was like, no way. And at first I was like shocked. I saw her and I was shocked, but I feel like it also really helped me to give the best of me during that interview, because I feel like to this day, I had many interviews this last few months, you guys, and to this day, I feel like that was the best interview I've ever had, just because I was 100% myself and I really laid it all out there, you know, like I really laid out how much I'm passionate about this and like how much I really want this. So I feel like that really came through, and I think it was a really good interview. But at the end of it, I was scared because I was like, what if she doesn't like me? Like, she already told me she didn't want to hire new people. So like, if she really doesn't like me, I feel like I lost an opportunity to interview with someone else who might want to hire me, because it was her and this other it was another principal from a different school. So I was like, if he doesn't like me, then what if she doesn't want me? And then like I'm lost in the system, you know, like I'm not gonna get another chance. But thankfully, about a week after that interview, I get an email saying that she invited me to go to that school site to do a second interview. And at this point, I'm ecstatic, and I'm just like, there's no way I'm gonna get this job. And everyone's like trying to hype me up and telling me like, there's no way you aren't getting this job, because like, why is she gonna put you through this whole process if she's not gonna hire you at the end? And I was like, okay, yes. Like at that point, like it really helped that people were trying to hype me up, but also I was like terrified, because I'm like, okay, you guys are hyping me up too much, and if I don't get this job, I'm gonna be so sad. So I go to my second interview, and I see people going in and out, and I actually have a clip of me being there, so I'll play that at the end. But I see people going in and out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is scary. Like this is scary, my first in-person interview. And if you want a detailed video on what I brought that day, how I prepared, I will let you guys know. But for now, this is just a very quick rundown of what happened that day. So I go in, and I sit next to this other girl who's waiting there, and we just start talking, and I really liked her, and I really hope she got hired. She was so nice. But yeah, we're just talking, and we like hear the principal and stuff laughing in the room, and we know that there's a panel, like this is a panel of people interviewing. And I'm like, oh great. So she goes in, and then it's my turn to go in, and I get in there, and everyone's like, I know you. And like everyone knows me because I just did my student teaching there. They're like, no way, Brenda, like so nice to meet you again. They're all introducing themselves to me, and I'm like, yeah, so nice to meet you, my name's Brenda. Everyone starts laughing because obviously like they know who I am. And the interview, I feel like, goes great. They asked me a lot of hard questions that I feel I am so grateful that I was able to research the school beforehand, because like I told you guys, that school's going to be an IB school. So they asked me a lot of questions about like IB. And if you want a detailed video on the questions I've been asked in general, that might help you if you're going to go through this process soon, let me know. I can also do that. But it was a very hard interview. And I remember I left the interview feeling like happy because they knew me. So I felt like I had a chance, but also like very scared because I feel like I kind of bombed that interview, just because I don't to this day, like I just don't know. Like I really do think it was fate, because I know I answered some of those questions not in the best way that I could have. But it does help that that principal did do my preliminary interview. So she knew, like she's seen the best interview I've ever had, you know? So I think that really helped me a lot too. But at the end of the interview, she was like, yeah, well, we're only hiring 8 people, so we'll get back to you. And on the sign-up sheet that day, there was 16 people on the list. So I was like, 50% chance, you know, that would be a yes or a no. So I need some water. So I left feeling like super nervous, and yeah, but everyone was telling me to just forget about it, and I was just like really stressed. And I was still waiting for my city to open up interviews and like applications for the city that I live in, and they never did until like the very end, like maybe like last week they finally did. And I applied for funsies because this district that I had just done the interview with like didn't get back to me that soon. So I was just like did it for funsies. But even to this day, like they haven't reached out to me. But I ended up getting a job offer on June. I want to say, what day was it? Oof, I don't even know what day it was. What day was it? I have no idea, you guys, what day. I need to go back to like when they called me. But I ended up getting a job. They ended up calling me from HR and they offered me a job in kindergarten, and I obviously accepted. I was super excited about it, and I'm still like super happy and nervous. Like I've been slaving away on my computer. This is why I have also disappeared, you guys, but I've been slaving away on my computer, making worksheets, making my Google Slides, making my Google Classroom. I set up my Remind app, meet the teacher, doing decor. I've been on OfferUp trying to find stuff for my classroom. So it's been a lot, and I might actually leave my wish list on this video in case anyone wants to help out with anything. It would be really appreciated because I'm a new teacher. So like I said, the room that I got is completely empty. It used to be a storage room, so it's gonna take a lot for me to make it into a magical place for my kids in August. So the first day that I have to go to work is August 8th. But I get my keys July 19th and meet the teachers like August 2nd or 3rd. I get to pick. So there's a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm super excited to share this journey with you. And like, thank you for the ones that have been staying in touch with me. I really appreciate when you guys keep up with me. It just makes me feel like, yay, someone cares about how I've been doing, because I know I feel like I've been living under a rock. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and there's just a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and like I said, my Amazon wish list will be linked down below if you want to donate anything, or if you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. But if you want to leave something in the chats that you think I should get, if you have any advice for me teaching kindergarten, anything that you guys want to talk or ask me, please comment it down below, and I will see you hopefully in the next video. I'm not sure what video that will be. I might do perfume video again because I've been loving, I guess I can give you guys a sneak peek. What have I been loving recently? It's right in front of me. I literally just had it. Let me get it really quick. Let me see if I can get it. I can't get it. Let me see. Oh, oh no. Oh, I'm not gonna cut that out because that's real life. But this has been my favorite perfume at the moment. Beautiful Belle by Estee Lauder. It's amazing. So this is my favorite perfume at the moment. But yeah, if you guys want to see more perfume videos or whatever you guys want to see, let me know. If not, this might be saturated with teacher content because I want to show you guys when I start decorating my classroom, and just like everything that I need to prepare for the school year, teacher outfits, all that stuff. And if you have any suggestions on where I could get teacher fits, let me know. But yeah, that is the end of the video, you guys. And like I said, I will put in that clip at the end if you guys want to see me in that moment right before I go into the interview. But yay, I'm gonna be a kindergarten teacher next year, and I'm over the moon. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Hey guys, so long time no talk, but I decided to record this video just in case I get this job. So if you guessed, or I know some of you already know, but I've been working towards being a teacher for a while now, and I'm at my first in-person interview right now. I made it to the second round of interviews for this district, and now I'm at what could be my possible school placement. I'm very nervous, and I have about maybe 15 minutes before I have to go in. I just wanted to do this video quickly before, just document how I'm feeling before I go in. And if I do get the job, I will update and tell you guys a little bit more about the position and everything in itself. But I am super nervous. One thing I can let you know is that this was one of the schools I did my student teaching at, so I am glad that I have a sense of the school already, and I know the admin, so we'll see how it goes. I'm very nervous. There's 11 spots open at this school, and there's 16 people interviewing, so that's a little scary, but the odds are in my favor, I'm hoping. So wish me luck. Comment down below if you think I got the job or not, and I will update you guys hopefully at the end if I did get the job. So yeah, wish me luck.